I'm Andy Reynolds from Fat Fish Tackle, and if there's one thing that's caught me more fish over the last few years than anything else, it's thinking like a fish. Now when I say thinking like a fish, I'm not talking about fantasising about guppies in suspenders or anything like that. I'm talking about fish behaviour. Carp only care about three things: making little carp, eating and not being eaten. Now we're not going to be fishing for them when they're spawning, so forget that one. The other two though, eating and not being eaten, are the key ones. Carp will naturally expect to find food in any depressions on the bottom or up against structure. So where it's got a bit choddy, where all the leaf matter and everything's been blown up against it, that's where all the invertebrates are going to start to breed and start to live. So you'll have bloodworm in there, caddis, all sorts, and that's where the fish are going to be expecting to find their food. Now, with those structures as well, they're going to feel protected because they're going to have a barrier up one side or underneath them, or if it's a gully, they're going to be swimming through that gully, food in front of them, protected on both sides and underneath, and that's absolutely perfect. They can't be attacked from any other side. So if you can land your bait in there, that's the one, and that's where you're more likely to get a bite. Okay, I'll give you a bit of an analogy. If we were in fear of our lives all day long, so you leave the house and you're expecting to get shot by a sniper at any second, but you're starving hungry, you're going to be looking for food where you're not going to be too exposed. So if you're walking up and there's food out in the open, just sitting there, you're less likely to go up to it because you might just get shot. So rather than that, you're going to be looking for areas where there's food tucked away, where you can creep up on it, reach out, maybe just grab it without actually being too exposed. And that's the way you've got to think with these fish. That's what they're thinking themselves. So try and find these areas where they feel safe, where they're going to expect to find food, put your bait there, and you'll catch more.